Hi Emily,
Hello.
if you had 200,000 Kenya shillings of debt, how would you go about repaying it?
Okay, so if I have 200,000 Kenya shillings in total debt, for the purposes of this video, I'll assume that that's smaller debts that add up to 200,000. Say 100,000 debt that has an interest rate of 8%. 50,000 Kenya shillings that has an interest rate of say 18%. 25,000 with an interest rate of 12%, and another 25,000 with an interest rate of 15%. If I have 200,000 in total debt, there are two ways from which I can choose how to go about the repaying of these debts. So basically, every time you're trying to repay your debt, it's very important to keep track of the amount of debt you have and their interest rates before choosing how to go about it. So the first method that I would use to repay a debt is called the debt snowball method. And this is the method that focuses on paying the smallest amount of money without really considering the interest rates. So if you want to see progress on your debts very fast, go for the debt snowball method. So in my case, I would first pay maybe the 25,000, then the 25,000, then the 50,000, then the 100,000 without really thinking about the interest every debt is gaining every month. So if you're looking for motivation to pay your debts and you want the quick kick of repaying your debts, pay the smaller debts first. But then again, there is the second method, which is called the debt avalanche method. So with this method of repaying your debts, you focus mostly on saving on the interest rates. So make sure that you're not paying much more money by the end of your repayment period of time. So with the debt avalanche method, I would go for the debts that have the highest amount of interest first, so that I make sure that my interest rates are not piling up, and by the end of my repayment period, I have so much more money to repay. So the debt avalanche method allows you to save much more money in the long run as you pay off the higher interest ones. So in my case, if I'm going for the second option, that means I will start with the debts with the highest interest going down. It doesn't matter how much, maybe the 100,000 had 18% interest. So pay that off first so that interest does not accumulate. Those are the things that I would consider when repaying my debt. Do I want to get the kick and the motivation of finishing off the smaller debts first, or do I want to save more on the interest accumulated? If I had 200,000 in debt, it would totally depend on my situation, but those are the two methods that I will consider when paying off that debt. How about you? What method would you choose, maybe of the two, to repay your debts? So money254.co.ke has written more about debt management and different ways you can go about repaying your debts. Click on the link on our bio and learn more.